Ooh, hey, hello. Oh man, do you see that? My
Do
my
what?
my nope is going through on the green screen. So you can
Oh, is it? Oh, it
you can
is.
see through my chest. That's kind of awesome. Okay. Coming at you live on my lunch break. Yo, shout out to the dude. That Disney guest Wi-Fi don't ever work for me. So you're special. All right, you special.
It does for me sometimes,
This shit's
but it's
garbaggio.
it's usually it's usually pretty anti me.
It's garbaggio, bro. I try to get that staff Wi-Fi once, and like I got it for like a week, and then they locked me out somehow. And I was like, man, you probably saw what I was looking at.
I don't even see the staff Wi-Fi anymore.
You have to go on
Did
like
they
the
get rid
hub
of
or
it?
something. Nah, it's like you have to
Oh,
like
that's
get
trash.
special access. But whatever. That's none of the business. That's not what we're here to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, we
I
got
thought that was the
Benji.
biggest topic we had.
We got Benji on the YouTube chat, and we yeah the hub. We're breaking down the hub today on the. We got Benji on the YouTube chat. We got the Cold P himself on the Twitch chat. Welcome everybody. We got a lot to talk about today. First of all, we're gonna start with Star Wars because I feel like that's just the most couple days past. We can just breathe through it, get out of the way, and some stuff to the future of Star Wars that I definitely want to bring up. And I want to get your opinion on. And as well as the Super Bowl trailers that dropped. We won't really be talking about the Lord of the Rings one, but I mean, I'll give like 2 cents on it. I don't really care if I'm being honest. But we'll also be talking about mainly Moon Knight and the freaking Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Oh, you're repping your freaking shirt. Look at that. I'm repping
My boy.
I'm repping my see-through Nope shirt. So let's start off with the Book of Boba. Last show we did was episode 5, I believe. It was 19 days ago. Episode 5. Episode 5 was the Din Djarin episode. Which was a great episode. Well, okay, so
Wonderful episode.
let's just head to the freaking thing, right? How did you feel about the finale and the show in general? Now that it's done and over with.
There were parts I liked,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to say, I'm down for season 2. Let's take it away from Robert Rodriguez, though. I don't like his directing style in Star Wars.
Okay,
I'm gonna be real.
this has been like pissing me off. Not like what you said. What you said is perfectly fine. But like the fucking hate on Robert Rodriguez has been pissing me the fuck off, bro. Like it's okay. I get it. Like it wasn't the best, right? Sure, why not? But you have to remember, it's Star Wars, right? It's okay if like some stuff for just because it's looking cool. It's a fucking movie about space wizards. You know what I mean? Like it's okay
Yeah.
if there's some things that are weird and look cool. The freaking Power Ranger Vespers that everybody's been talking shit about. This is a time after the Empire where rules were strict and they were basically fucking Nazis. You know, this is the first time where people were allowed to like, oh yay, I could do whatever I want. I could express myself a little bit. So that they were okay, a little unnecessary. I'll be honest. I didn't really like them either. I'm not defending the Vespa gang. I don't I don't like them. And then also like people were pissed off about the whole mod thing. Like, oh, people can be mods now. First of all, Darth Vader is a mod. Luke Skywalker is a mod. General Grievous, he's a mod. Dengar, which is now Rengar Den, he's a mod, motherfuckers. They've existed. Dude, literally, I heard this guy. I was overhearing this guy at work today, being a little snitch, being a little, or not a little snitch, just a little like. I was walking past him, bro. He was just like going in on these two guys. He was like, yeah, he called them the Power Ranger Vespas, and that's the word I heard. That was like, oh, he's talking Book of Boba Fett. And he was like, the Power Ranger Vespers are so stupid because the mods just basically mean that canonizes that nobody could die and anybody could be a mod. And I was like, bruh,
That isn't true.
that's not true at all. Yeah, exactly.
No.
But people have been like giving hate on my boy Robert Rodriguez, you know, okay, I understand maybe wanting him to take a step away from like a major directing role, like he did with the Book of Boba. But people were just saying like Homeboy shouldn't touch Star Wars ever again. Homeboy should never direct movies ever again. Homeboy is an awful director. I don't feel like that exactly. I think for the most part he did a great job. Let's flash back to when he did the Mandalorian season 2 and the Boba Fett episode. That shit was the fucking tits. No one was talking shit on Robert Rodriguez back then. Everyone thought he did freaking awesome, and he did great. And what a lot of people aren't talking about either is Jon Favreau wrote the show. Shout out to the YouTube bot in the YouTube chat. Jon Favreau wrote the show. He was the one that made all these weird decisions and made all these weird characters and all these weird scenes. Robert Rodriguez just directed them. And then it's not his fault that Bryce Dallas Howard got the freaking most dopest episode script ever in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
she literally got lucky. She got the Mando episode.
She got the Mando and who got the Luke Skywalker episode? Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni got the Luke Skywalker episode. It's not his fault that like the dopest episodes in the season were, handed off. Benji in the chat. Problem with the mods is it's not the aesthetic. They just seem bland, other than the colors. Like, what do you mean, like the aesthetic? The aesthetic of like jocking, like the cyberpunk aesthetic. You're like just like openly rocking the cyberpunk aesthetic.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't like the design of them specifically because they look like they're from Cyberpunk and not from Star Wars per se.
I do agree.
I think that's just my only issue with them. The Vespas, I don't have a problem with the Vespas either. I have a problem with the Vespas being on the planet they're on. If it was like Coruscant, if the gang was in Coruscant, it would make a little bit more sense to me because it seems like the right location for that. But being on Tatooine, it just felt. I would have preferred a more of like a Mad Max-ish kind of gang on Tatooine.
That's fair.
Like something more rough looking instead of like cool cyber. I don't know. It just felt weird for the.
Yeah, like if there's. You remember Cobb Vance's like cool like racer that he had in season 1 or season 2 of Mando, that was like made out of a pod racer. Like that would have been super sick if they would have had like freaking things at a pod racer.
If it was like a scavenger gang, I think it would have been cool. But
and then those Vespers were slow as hell,
and they were
the slowest things.
It made it feel cartoony.
They were so slow, and then like literally the only. Can you name any of them?
No,
I can name one because I edited one. I did edit for one.
Scad, right?
Yeah, Scad. That's the only one I can name.
That's the only one I know.
I can't name a single anybody in chat
until you got the shout out from Josh over the edit, and I was like, oh, his name is Scad.
Yeah, okay. literally, the only reason why I know his name is Scad is because I looked it up to like get the clip. It's the only reason.
Even like
why.
the homeboy that was modding him, I know him as Thundercat.
I know him as Thundercat. Yeah, I don't. I know him as his music name. They had names. Yeah, see, exactly. They were characters.
Exactly.
And then, dude, if they do a season 2. That's the thing. If they do a season 2, when Fennec came out of nowhere and saved them, like that was like a look, you know what I mean? Like the girl with the robot arm looked at Fennec like, I want to be like you, like or I want to train just like you or some shit like that, like an apprenticeship type stuff. Best character with a Twi'lek guy. He was actually the funniest character. I want to be honest.
He was funny.
You know about that? Yeah, that Twi'lek guy. He was funny in like the I fucking hate him because he's so annoying type of funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was the annoying guy that you wanted to punch in the face, but you didn't want him to die.
Dude, when Boba, when he was just like, how about we just give up, and we make a peace treaty? And Boba was like, sure. Yeah, let's do it. He was like, "Oh, really? Bet, cool. Let's go." And then I was watching it with Aaron because we did the watch party, right? And Aaron got pissed. He was like, "No, they made Boba just give up." And then he was, and then I was like, nah, man. He was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I think that note says fuck you, bro. He was like, I think that note says like Bantha Poodoo or some shit, bro. And then like he goes out there, and then that was just comedic, like fucking hilarious. But when it comes to like the finale, I rewatched the show, right? I rewatched the entire thing. And it felt weird, dude. Like episode 1 through 4 had like a very slow pacing, right? Very slow pacing of like getting Boba to that point of like we're kind of establishing the character, but at the same time we're going into this like all out war. And then episode 5 and 6 take a drastically different pacing. Like, you know, the pacing from 1 through 4 was like really slow. But like in like a character development way, which is like cool, whatever. You know, we got that cool lizard nose thing. Like, where do I get me one of those? But it's like more like a slower grind, right? But then like 5 and 6 was just like, you know, like fucking kiss her right, like smack her right in the pussy, like that was like.
It was also just. I won't lie, it is a bit jarring in like the Book of Boba Fett to basically just have like pre-Mandalorian season 3, you know, like they literally just said fuck Boba, here's Mandalorian for the next 2 episodes,
because like,
and I mean I'm fine because on it, but I think that goes to show too, like that those ended up being like the most interesting episodes. That Mandalorian is just a, like as of right now is a better character,
but like written. But okay, but hear me out, right? What if you're like a normie, right? You barely watch Star Wars. You liked Mandalorian, and you watched season 2, but you didn't care enough to check out Boba Fett. You know what I mean? At the end of Mando season 2, Grogu's fucking gone, right? Like it's a whole split up. It's the most emotional thing in your life. And then if you skip Boba and you go to Boba like Mando season 3. Now Homeboy has a new ship. Homeboy is back with Grogu. You're probably like, oh, hey, hold on, what's going on? So like, in that sense, I feel like it was what Ben said in the chat on the YouTube chat. Bad storytelling overall. But like, it's cool storytelling on the individual sense. You know, like if it was a standalone, if it was like the first 2 episodes of Mando season 3, 1000% probably would have killed the game. It would have been dope as shit if it was but yeah.
I also don't really agree with them giving Grogu back to Mando like immediately.
Really?
I don't. It seems a little too soon. Like I feel like it kind of lessens the impact of season 2. Like, oh, he gave away Grogu, and then he's just gonna get him right. He got him right back in the next show. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they should have definitely split them off a little bit more. Like, Luke should have really challenged Grogu's like attachment to Mando more than just being like, all right, he still wants to be with him, fuck him, and just send him off to.
I like how everyone's like only Sith deals and absolutes, you know, like what the fuck is Luke giving him that choice, like fucking bastard.
Which unfortunately too, like, I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do the World Between Worlds rewrite.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
I think they've basically sealed the door on that and been.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that bothers me to know, and I'm like, dude, you're letting yourselves get right into a corner.
And like the thing is,
we'll get there.
The thing is, I saw this really interesting, like ideal, right, where it was, and it was like, let me see if I can find like the actual like the script, because like it was really cool, like. I like was really vibing with like what they did with the post and the whole concept of like what they're trying to like pitch here. But they're basically saying that like Grogu will grow up with the Mandos, but at the same time with the Jedi as well eventually. Like, you know, like when Luke gave up Yoda's training to go save his friends, and Yoda was like, oh, you can't leave training because if you do, you're not gonna be strong enough and you're gonna die. But Luke was like, I gotta save my friends. I think this is kind of like the same thing, right? Like the test that Grogu had to do. He chose Mando over the idea of like the Jedi way, and then like someone pitched the concept of what if like even Luke himself in the Last Jedi or like in and in Rise of Skywalker, he would realize that the old ways of the Jedi had to end, right? And like they had to branch away. What if like that was Grogu realizing at his point in time, like this is a time I gotta step away. I don't really fuck with the Jedi way, but I mess with the ideas and the training and everything. He's gonna adapt with like the Mando way, and then kind of like start his whole new temple. And like the script that I saw, it was basically like an older version of Grogu that's wearing like Mando armor. He's wearing like Din Djarin's.
Oh,
like,
you saw the armor, the concept, right?
yeah. And did you read it?
Yeah, I read it, and I saw that, and that for me, that's like the only thing. But I'll only accept it if Grogu's the one that starts the Jedi Order.
Exactly.
Instead of Rey.
I
refuse to let Rey.
Let me read it for the chat. It says, it's a Padawan. Master Grogu, I thought the Jedi were not supposed to form attachments. Grogu says, attachments do not lead to the dark side. Fear of losing them does. The Padawan says, but I do not understand. You cannot be attached to something, but not fear of losing it. Grogu says, treasure those of around you while you can, and rejoice when they return to the Force. The Padawan says, you mean when they die? Grogu says, death is a natural part of life. The Padawan says, I wish it wasn't. Grogu says, but it is. Once you accept that, the dark side will never take you. The Padawan says, I have to live knowing that life and death are inseparable. That sounds impossible. The Master gently touches his Ploudling. Oh, that's stupid.
His pauldron.
Pauldron. No, Padawan. It's not impossible. It is the way.
Yeah.
That's
I saw
fucking.
that and I was like,
it's not. It's an idea. It's an idea.
It's an idea, and I will say this: as long as Grogu is the head of the next Jedi Order, I will not care if they continue with the sequel continuity. Does not make the sequel trilogy any better. Does not make it. I don't think it makes it any worse. It doesn't make it any better. But I refuse if they're gonna. I saw rumors.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors about supposedly Lucasfilm working on
a new trilogy.
A new trilogy revolved around a Jedi Order after the sequel trilogy.
A sequel trilogy.
And I will refuse if Rey, and because I saw people already talking about it. Basically, people are already worried that they're gonna be like, oh, so Rey's gonna be the one that basically starts the next Jedi Order and does it the right way instead of Luke, and that really does bother me because it's like, man, like we're just gonna really keep shitting on Luke, right? But no, if it's as long as it's Grogu in charge, I don't think Rey is just part of the council. That's fine. But like I refuse to let Rey be the one that basically shits all over Luke's legacy.
I want it to be Grogu, but I think it's gonna be Rey, dude. I think it's gonna be Rey and then Finn and Grogu because Grogu's still gonna be like what like. He's gonna be maybe 100 max, but he's still gonna be like a child. He's not gonna be like Yoda. But then again, Yoda has been training people since he was 100, as according to himself, because he was 900 when he died, and he said he was training people for 800 years. So that means he's, in theory, Grogu can be training people by Rey's time. But then again, you have to realize he's still gonna be like a little baby.
But we gotta wonder how fast do they grow then? Because he's 50 years old at the time of Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
So, at what point is there like a giant growth spurt where they like age faster and then stop? Like, I'm curious how that works because at 50 years old and he still like seems kind of like toddlery.
A lot of people are also saying that maybe he not repressed his or regressed his aging, but regressed his like mental, like, because like he had to like block out a lot of his memories and a lot of his like way he in order to not be found or not to like not to do stuff like that. So people are saying like maybe he's just like pretending like he just brainwiped himself to toddler age just because to be safe, and like that's why Luke was like, I'll help you remember, and then he put his hand on and he was like and then when he saw Mando for the first time, uh, people were all like, people were convinced he said Mando, or like he said. People were saying he said dad, but it sounded more. I listened to it, and if it was a word, it sounded more like Mando. Like it didn't really sound like anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't like this idea of, because it really just will show on Luke's legacy if like she makes the perfect Jedi Order, and that just bothers me so much. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah. It's got to be Grogu, and I think the only bright spot is that Luke himself said, "I'm not really training him. He's just remembering how to do these things. Like I'm unlocking his memories." Basically.
Yeah, he was trained for like 50 years by the original Jedi's. Like, all right, Andy, have a good rest of your shift, man. Yeah, he was trained by like the original Jedi's. You know, like he was probably trained by Yoda himself. You know, Star Wars theory, he thinks that he's Yoda's, like, he still thinks he's Yoda's son. Which is, it could be. I mean, who knows at this point? Like, who knows who the hell child that guy is.
Yoda and Yaddle, bro.
Yoda and, hey, he's right above me, dog. He's chilling above me in the tube. He knows what's up.
For sure though, I mean, by that time Grogu would be quite the badass.
Yeah.
So
look, I agree with you. I do think it should be Grogu that starts this new Jedi Order. And I agree with what Ben said in the chat. That if they should go far away, like they should go far away in time, like they should do like 100-year jump skip. I think we've mentioned this on streams before, 100, like probably 100%. If they were to do a new Jedi Order, they should just skip 100 years, where like Rey is dead, where Finn is dead, or like maybe Finn could be like an old ass man if anything, and then like Poe is dead. You know, everyone's dead. You know, like the only one that's alive is God, what's her name from is it Maz Kanata?
Yeah.
Maz Kanata and Babu Freak. They're the only motherfuckers alive from the sequel trilogy. Only characters we need to keep. Babu Freak and Maz Kanata. They will be the Easter eggs that branch over. And then we'll have Grogu, you know. He'll do the new Jedi Order. It'll be sick. It'll be dope. I'm here for it.
Oh, I agree. I think the only thing, it'd be cool to see Finn be a real as Jedi, but not if it means that we have to deal with Rey. Like, I don't care about Rey at all. Like, yeah, just drop her.
I mean, Ben said earlier in the chat, I feel like having Rey as the main character in the next trilogy is an immediate turnoff for many, which I agree. But then again, like, I don't know if you noticed, but recently there's been an uprising for sequel trilogy love on Twitter. Have you been seeing that? Like, a lot of people have just been like, at least on my feed, a lot of people have been showing like love and like hype for the sequel trilogy, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
I still see a lot of hate for it. I think the difference is that the people who like it like to bring it up a lot.
Like, they're loud.
Like, I've noticed that like on my timeline, there's always, I mean, it's always just conversations about the sequel trilogy. It's always like people trying to up the sequel trilogy, and then like there's still like a massive like clash in the comments though. Like it's so like controversial.
It's always,
but like I just don't care anymore. Like, I will never like them. I will never think there's anything redeeming about them, because just looking at them, they're not good movies. They're not good Star Wars movies, in my opinion.
I like certain parts about them.
You can crap on the prequels all you want. They're still quintessential Star Wars, in my opinion. Like, they did so much for the Star Wars universe, and I don't see where the sequel trilogy did anything for the Star Wars universe besides shit on the stuff that came before it.
Yeah.
So like, that's why it's for me, like, there's nothing I think that you can do. Like, I think what they're gonna try to do is try to use these shows to like up the sequel, but you can't do that. Like, there's nothing in the sequel trilogy that's redeemable, I think.
Do you think with Dave Filoni and, you know, and Jon Favreau now where he's at in the Star Wars realm, do you think if they had access to those characters, it would be different?
No, unless they have a way to bring back Ben Solo. Because the only character I care about,
Yeah,
aside from
honestly,
like
though.
seeing Finn, is Ben Solo, and they killed Ben Solo. So like, unless they find a way to retcon that and be like, well, he's not dead. He didn't show up at the end
I
as a
mean,
Force ghost.
why not? Honestly, like literally, they've brought
Like,
back characters from the dead for like less reason. Like Darth Maul was literally chopped in half, fell down a giant freaking like hole, was turned into a spider for like 3 seasons, died again, resurrected. Like, come on, you can do it. Like you can do it.
and even like a lot of the stuff in the EU that people would like to see brought back from like post, like the original trilogy era, aren't possible because they killed the Skywalker bloodline. Like, so like you can't bring in like a Cade Skywalker, you can't bring in any of those like Skywalker descendants that like people like because Ben Solo's dead. So you would have to bring back Ben Solo to continue, I think, going down that.
How would we
road.
feel? How would we feel? Let me know in the chat if I'm going crazy. How would we feel if during this Mando universe we find out that Myra Jade or whatever,
Mara
Jade did exist. She got pregnant from Luke, and she fled during whatever, or at one point in time, and then, or she fled not knowing she was pregnant at the time, or I don't know, just some sort of bullcrap where she's secretly pregnant with Luke's child, and then they're like, boom, Mara Jade was a person. And they introduce her in the show, right? They tease like the fact that she's pregnant in the Mandoverse, but then they introduce Luke's child in the movies in future tense. You know what I mean?
That would be a way to salvage it, I think, if they want to keep Ben Solo. Even if they did that, I would hope they find a way to bring back Ben Solo and have that interaction between Leia's kid and like Luke's kid. I think that'd be cool. I honestly don't think Ben's coming back. Like,
no.
As much as it'd be cool, I think.
But
Adam
like that's
Driver,
the thing, right? Like
Star Wars needs Adam Driver. Adam Driver doesn't need Star Wars.
But that's the thing. I've heard, like, obviously, you know, you could say what you've heard, like, you know, I could say I've heard anything, right? Like, and it could mean jack squat. But like I heard that Adam Driver is interested in coming back to Star Wars. Like, how would that happen? It's like, how?
I feel like he may be interested in the sense of he likes seeing what Favreau and Filoni are doing, but yeah, again, the only way I see that happening is if they alternate timeline, and like they don't even have to alter it that much. They just need to alter like the key events of the sequel trilogy.
Bro,
they can still have a lot of those characters show up and still exist. They just need to redo what happens in that time frame.
I will never forget when the actress of Jane Erso said, "Star Wars is a very magical thing. You never know. I might come back one day."
Like, no, bro, you blew up.
You got vaporized.
Bro.
You got literally turned into dust. Like you're not coming back. Benji out here saying, "I'm trying to see Admiral Holdo."
Story.
But see, look, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense if she come down. It wouldn't make sense
for her.
Like, if she come down in Andor, it wouldn't make any sense.
She's never met the guy.
And the thing is, apparently, they're already filming season 2 of Andor. We haven't seen the trailer.
That bothered me so much. I'm like, bro, I tweet, I'm like, can we get a trailer for season 1?
Can we get a trailer
minimum,
for
bro? Like,
apparently they want to do 3 seasons, so that's why they're just like, and it was like, apparently all 3 seasons were already like approved, so they're just like going through it. Like, they're just like, fuck it, we're just doing it.
That's me nuts if this show is super unpopular. Like,
it's like the worst show.
All of it.
Okay, so from like heavy spoilers said on Twitter that he heard that Andor is basically just going to be a Vader show.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah, like that's what he heard. He said Andor is basically just going to be a Vader show, and like but it's like being shelled with Andor on the Republic side or whatever.
I'm just curious because, like, you're gonna do an Andor show, but then if Vader's a big part, I feel like Vader's gonna steal the spotlight.
100%. But did we think Andor is gonna be like was ever gonna be the guy that had the spotlight anyway? When you heard of Cassian Andor, we were like, oh, I gotta go run to that.
At that point, why didn't you just make a Vader? You know, like why even throw Andor in? Like,
because
I don't know. It's just
maybe they're treating Vader like how TV shows treat Batman. You know what I mean? Like they want Vader for the movies or something like that. Like they want Vader.
Okay.
If they're gonna give Vader something, they're gonna give him a Vader movie or something. Like maybe they or they're gonna like, I don't know. Because if you never noticed that with Batman, there's never like Gotham, but he was Bruce Wayne. He's not Batman. Or all the Titans or everything, or like the CW. Like you never see Batman. And if it is, he's just like the side playing character, or he's there just to like.
He's there for
just to come in. Yeah,
really.
The guest appearance. Like because they want to save Batman for the big screen. That's where the money's at, right? So
yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. It's just a weird pairing, you know, like okay, and we'll see Andor do like the Republic or the Rebellion stuff. And then I guess Vader will be like the poster boy for the Empire in that show. It's just such an uneven character interest, like, because at that point people are gonna be like, I don't care what's going on with the Rebellion, just show me Vader. Like,
yeah. Oh, well, what would be the
like
whole
if
point
it was
of Andor? Like,
I think like with like, at least with like Kenobi, like we know Vader's in Kenobi.
Yeah.
And we've heard that Vader will have like a pretty important role.
Yeah.
In like the later couple episodes.
He's coming in episode 3
season.
Apparently. 3 on.
And so like, but it works because I feel like Obi-Wan is just as equal of a draw that like you're gonna be interested in both sides of the story. Now, if you're doing that with Andor and Vader, it's like it's just Vader 100% of the time that you're gonna care about. You're not gonna care about every time you go back to Andor. You're like, this is a waste of time.
Let's just go back. Let's go back to Vader. I mean, unless they really make you feel for, like, because it sounded like
they gotta
in Rogue
make his
One,
stuff really interesting.
Yeah, because it sounded like in Rogue One that Andor has seen some shit. You know what I mean? Like he's been through some shit. Like you know what I mean? Like, so unless like Vader just goes in and kills all like his squad mates or anything, like, let's see. Benji in the chat says Andor could be cool. It could be cool to see young Leia and Alderaan maybe. There's a rumor that we might see young Leia and Alderaan and Obi-Wan. Yeah.
I mean, that would be the place to do it because it'd be a kid. And they just cast a kid as Leia.
Yeah.
Same thing with Luke. They have to cast a kid for Luke, so you don't have to worry about all that de-aging technology.
Yeah. So that's what I heard. I heard that it might be Obi-Wan that has the young Luke and Leia, and especially Alderaan.
With Andor. Honestly, as long as they build up Andor first and then throw Vader in, I think it should be fine. I liked Cassian Andor as a character in Rogue One. I think he served his role pretty well.
He had a very thick accent. Very thick accent.
Yeah, but like, if they do Andor and then Vader like in like the first few episodes, it's just going to be so uneven. Like they got to really build up Andor as a character that you like.
And I think it's going to be like
because I feel like not everyone's sold on him.
I think it's going to be like a heftier episode season too. Like I think it's like 12 episodes or something like that, or like it's more episodes than what we usually get. So it's like, what is this show about?
I mean, I'm down for like a little bit more of like, because realistically, what we've gotten from Star Wars so far with the shows, it's literally just been westerns, 2 westerns.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Mando, and then we've gotten Boba, which is another western.
It's because the whole idea of the Mandalorians are all westerns, you know, like, or like the whole idea of the gunslinger of Star Wars is like usually like space western based anyway, and like Tatooine is all western vibe anyway. So like that's why like we just gotta get off Tatooine, homie. Like we gotta get off Tatooine. We've been there for too long.
We need to see other planets, and like Mandalorian season 2 was doing better at that. But I mean, it's hard to like the character is basically a gunslinger, so like wherever he goes, it's going to be a western.
Yeah.
But Andor comes from a military background, so I mean, as long as they can pull off the military, like the war kind of thing, good in the show, it'll be fine.
I thought when they did that shit in Solo was really good. Remember? Did you watch Solo?
Mm-hmm.
Remember in the beginning of Solo when like he joined into the the early stages
Oh
of
yeah.
the Empire, and then there was that super crazy war scene from like the perspective of him in the trenches. Like that shit was dope. Like a lot of people don't really like think about
And
that scene.
if we get more scenes too, just like the ending of Rogue One, where it's just like all out battlefront from Andor, I mean that's a success in my opinion. Like
Uh,
we need more of like just the troop battles.
yeah, the
like,
fight on Scarif.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, if we have more of that, even just like I still say that whole entire ending fight sequence in Rogue One is probably one of the best fighting ending sequences I've seen.
Rogue One is definitely top 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, that one of the best space battles I think I've ever seen. Some of the best dogfighting in all of Star Wars was in Rogue One.
And then the Vader hallway scene, whew.
Top notch lightsaber
Fucking
scene.
top
He wasn't even doing anybody.
Literally, dude. Oh, dude, that when he fights Obi-Wan, bro, that's gonna break the internet. It's gonna break the internet, bro.
Have you seen all the rumors too that Vader's like super aggressive, like aggro?
Brutal.
Like, he's not.
Yeah,
like,
he's gonna be brutal. He's not holding
I'm
back.
excited.
And there's gonna be Inquisitors as well, from what I heard. And the Inquisitors as well aren't gonna be holding back, bro.
I'm curious though with the like. Are we really gonna see Obi-Wan fight Inquisitors?
Yes,
that can't be on Tatooine.
It's
like,
not. 100%
it can't be. He's gonna be. So I'm curious, what's gonna drag him to leave Tatooine?
Leia, bro. It's gonna be Leia.
He's gonna go to Alderaan. Are they gonna fight on Alderaan, bro?
I think they're gonna figure. I don't think they're gonna find out about Leia, but I feel like they're gonna. I think maybe like.
Obi-Wan's gonna be the reason why he doesn't find out.
What's Leia's dad's name?
Senator Bail Organa.
Bail Organa. I feel like Bail Organa would be all like, "Hey, Obi, there's like people with like dark lightsabers patrolling the streets of Alderaan looking for Force-sensitive kids. You gotta come help us out." And then he'd be like, "Shit, all right, fuck, I'm on my way." And then he's gonna like go over there real quick or something. Like, and then I think it's gonna just pop off in Alderaan. You know, they're gonna find out Obi-Wan's alive. It's gonna be like Darth Vader to be like, "What? A Jedi's alive?" Apparently, there's gonna be lots of like flashbacks and Jedis, and apparently they've been casted for a male. I forgot what the alien race is called, but basically the same race as Darth Maul, but a male version of that, a Zabrak, a male Zabrak Jedi was casted. Oh my god. It's gonna fucking pop off. If we see Qui-Gon, bro, Force goes Qui-Gon. Force goes Qui-Gon,
so
bro.
bad. I just want to see Hayden and Obi-Wan in the flashback scene together
In Clone Wars armor. In Clone Wars armor.
Ahsoka would be a bonus.
Dude,
I don't think it'll. I mean, you know what? It's probably gonna happen.
Well,
I think we'll see the 3 of them live action together.
Oh my god, dude! If they're wearing their Clone Wars armor, I'm actually gonna freak out. The Clone Wars armor is the cleanest outfit they've ever worn. Like, it's so clean.
It really is.
And if they bring that into live action, dude. But here's the thing. I mean, this isn't Dave Filoni and it's not Jon Favreau. Dave Filoni probably has like his fingers in it because he's the creative director or whatever of all of Star Wars right now. But I think it's a different writers group. You know what I mean? It's like a group.
Wasn't Deborah Chow in charge of directing all of it?
Deborah Chow was in charge of directing all of it. But it's like a different writing group. So, but from what I heard, Deborah Chow is a huge Star Wars fan that knows a lot about her stuff. So, hey man,
her episode in Mando was good too.
Great,
so.
yeah, it's good too.
I honestly do think, I feel like maybe they've tried to hide Filoni's involvement to like not kind of like spoil like what to expect if he did have any part in it. Because if they were just be like, oh yeah, Filoni helped in a couple episodes, they'd be like, oh well, Ahsoka's gonna be in it. Like, I think it'd be too revealing of what might be in store. So I feel like if anything, they try to maybe be secretive and be like, oh no, it's a different writers group. Like, don't worry, Filoni's not involved at all. Like,
just feel like bow, he's in the room. Surprise!
I feel like bow, he was here. He did one whole episode and Ahsoka's in it.
People are saying that. I mean, we're going back to Andor on this one, but that George Lucas is like a secret writer on Andor, or like Andor.
Vader, it would make sense.
Andor is like the project that he's like really attached to. Like, Disney. I don't know why you just don't let George work on Star Wars? Like, I know you have like your contract or whatever, but just like let him work on it. Like, it's not like he's like owning the rights or anything again. Like, you know, like if he's the creative fucking mind of it. Like, why don't you just borrow his ideas?
Just use his ideas, bro.
Use his ideas.
Like, it's simple.
Like, boom. Like, that's funny. Ben saying he's interested to see how their how Obi-Wan's 2 Mandalorian episodes are gonna be.
Mando just shows up out of nowhere.
Halfway through Obi-Wan, he's gonna have 2 episodes of just Mando, like, even though they're completely different timelines.
They were saying, Witcher. What if I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't see how it could happen. But some people were like, what if we find out that like Obi-Wan is the one that got Grogu out?
See, that's interesting. I don't know when we're gonna find that out, man. Because like now he doesn't have Luke anymore. You know what I mean? Like to unlock his memories, unless like he's gonna start doing that on his own. But like I don't know. Because a lot of people were breaking it down, obviously, right? Like they saw the crest of like the Barriss crest or whatever, but like it was not really her crest. People were saying it could have been the librarian. There's a theory that it's R2, which I don't think. You know, there's a theory that it's Mace Windu, which I don't agree. But yeah, who do you think?
I don't think it's possible to be Obi-Wan because he wouldn't have known he was not on planet.
Yeah.
The only I don't think Yoda's possible either because he was off planet as well.
Yeah, he was leaving.
Honestly, out of all the Jedi that we know, the only one I realistically can see is Mace.
I think he's the librarian, 100%.
I mean, besides the librarian, if we're going off of any that we heavily know and are still alive, so I would narrow it down to the librarian, Mace, or what's his name? He ends up dating Asajj Ventress. He ends up actually ending up with Asajj Ventress when they forget his name though. He was in the Clone Wars. He had a green lightsaber. He had like dreads. I'm totally blanking on his name.
Let me know if you know, Benji. I know you watch a lot of Clone Wars too. Huh.
Just because we don't really know whatever happened to that guy. Well, I mean, he could have been there, but
who knows, man? Cause like, do you think? I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know when they're gonna reveal it. You know, like, is it gonna be like
Quinlan Vos?
Quinlan Vos. Is he alive?
He survives Order 66. I know that because him and Asajj Ventress end up together for a little bit. But I honestly I think the most too likely would be Mace surviving, and he would be the one that would know right away that like
Grogu is the thing.
The attack is coming.
Yeah.
And he would be the one that would want to like be like, I have to get, especially if he knows it's Yoda's kid.
But at the same time, wouldn't you think that like Mace would go to the temple, obviously with where they're at, and then wouldn't he realize all his homeboys are dying, and he would want to, like, you know, the inner Mace would want to protect them all?
I mean,
like, I feel like that's just a character continuity for Mace.
Like, at the same time, so like in what we saw, Grogu was being defended by a couple Jedi, and they're all dying. So yeah. I feel like at that moment when they start rushing Grogu to kill Grogu, Mace would be like barely on scene. I mean, he's obviously weakened from everything. He would probably only have enough strength to like take those people out, and then like be like, I have to. My priority is getting the child out, and then that's it. Like, unfortunately, hopefully everyone else can defend themselves, but that would be my only explanation as to why he would be able to do it, is that he just isn't at full strength anymore because he's been electrocuted and thrown off of a building, and he probably used whatever force, you know, that he could muster to like land safely.
That's fair.
But other than that, like the librarian would make sense. Honestly, I think it's just those two. Because I think
like,
Quillen Voss would just be focused on getting himself out.
Cause you gotta think about like the time between, you know, like what was Grogu doing this whole time? Like if Mace took him, where did Mace take him? Like if the librarian took him, or the librarian take him? If someone like what if like the clones just took him, like, or didn't kill him, or like what if I doubt Palpatine took him. That would make sense. Because if Palpatine had him, he would have just been cloning him the whole time.
It's just one of those things that, like, now had this been under the direction of J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, they would have been like, it doesn't matter.
They fly now.
They literally would have been like, oh, we just wrote that there, but it doesn't matter who got him out. Be like, it kind of does.
It matters.
Like, no one knew about this guy. Like, I don't know. Like they would write interesting stuff and then be like, oh, but explaining that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and then like there's a lot, you know, and then also how did he end up with the mercs and that basically Mando? Like how did he end up with, like it's a whole lot, and I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. Star Wars is looking bright, you know, the future of Star Wars is looking cool. You know, we got Ahsoka coming up, we got, you know, fucking Kenobi coming up real soon, Andor, whatever the fuck that's gonna be. Bad Batch, you know, the Batch of Baddies season 2, that's probably coming out real soon. So, you know, hopefully Star Wars is looking up and up.
Did you hear about the newest project too?
I heard like rumbles about it, but like what was it?
The Batu Baddies?
The Batu Baddies? What the fuck is that? I haven't heard about this one. Fill me in.
I think it stars Diet Ice, Foster Sore, Just Fernie. Dude, Kevosity.
Kevosity? Yeah, the Batu Baddies?
Batu Baddies.
I thought you were talking about so no, there actually is a new project.
There's another one.
I don't know. It was like Galactic Rodeo or something. It was like a code name Galactic Rodeo. It was code name. You know the code names.
I know that there was also the rumors of a show being developed that's going to take place during
the High Republic.
The High Republic.
I did hear about that. But I know that this movie is just like it has like a code name. Like that's all we know about it. It's like codename Galactic something. It's like Galactic Rundown or Galactic Rodeo or something. It's weird, but who knows? We're gonna move on to the other side of the Disney spectrum because they own it fucking all. Is Marvel. Today was the Super Bowl. You know, football. If you're into fucking that, you know, go. Who won? The Rams.
The Rams, go LA, baby.
Go Rams, go LA. That's where we're from. Woo, yeah. Yeah. So the cool thing about the Super Bowl is that they dropped a bunch of trailers. You know, they dropped the Lord of the Rings one, which was just, you know, it's a prequel series, you know, before the King and stuff like that. It's who cares? It looks interesting. It looks like it's gonna be cool. The Mighty Ducks is already on Disney Plus, man. You can find that if you want. But they also, like, the main ones that they dropped, I mean, there was also the Jordan Peele Nope, like, scary movie that dropped as well, but that kind of dropped last night, but it was, like, all over the Super Bowl. It looks really interesting. It looks like it's gonna be some sort of, like, alien horror film type of stuff. I'm gonna fucking love it. Us and, what was his other movie? Us and,
Get Out.
Get Out. Us and Get Out were awesome. And I'm sure I'm gonna fucking love Nope. It looks really creepy. Gonna check it out. You know, Keke Palmer, fucking love that dude, chick. And then the dude from he's in a lot of stuff. He was in Get Out, the main guy from Get Out. And then he was also in Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Black Panther's best friend.
Yeah,
he's dope. Great actor. Excited to see it. But the big ones, you know, we'll start off with your boy. You know, we got a freaking new Moonlight trailer.
Ooh.
How'd you feel about that, man?
Dude, I love it. I'm so hyped. It's like still so surreal. Like seeing the Empire magazine cover with Moon Knight on the front.
With the freaking suit or whatever.
Well, like yeah, like a decade ago, nobody. I would mention Moon Knight, and everyone would be like, "Who's that?
Yeah, who the fuck? Who?"
And like just to like now that like he's getting so much like
he's popping,
you know, like hype and anticipation. I'm like, damn, like it's so cool to see it happen. But yeah, no, that trailer was dope. I like seeing. I mean, I didn't know how I felt about like. I always felt like the supernatural route was the way to go. Mm-hmm. but I've always liked how he didn't have any powers in like the comics, and like that was part of the interaction with like the rest of the cast of like the Avengers and stuff that he would have. That like, they would kind of like joke on him, like clown on him, but then he would like surprise them, you know. So it's kind of weird that I don't think we'll see that like aspect, but I think the supernatural route is the way to go to make the character like more viable.
I mean, it literally opened with freaking Kanju or whatever the name. What's his name?
Kanju behind him.
Yeah, behind him, dude. Like that's be freaking sick. Kanju. The moment where he did the cape and it was like the iconic moon crescent. Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Oof.
I was
so like, good.
Ooh, Oscar, and then Benji's right in the chat. Oscar Isaac can do whatever he wants, dude. You know, Poe Dameron, Dune, fucking this. He was an X-Men Apocalypse, Ex Machina.
We'll forget the X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, we'll forget the X-Men Apocalypse one, but he can do anything he wants. So he's fucking. He can
do anything he wants.
Oscar Isaac's killing the game, bro. It looks good. It looks really good. The suit looks fucking awesome. Like it's comic book accurate to a T, dude.
It's so good.
And then the magazines that they released a different version. Like they actually have like the suit from the comics as well. That shit looks crazy. I'm curious if I could put it on where you were at. Look at this. You're standing right there. Are they gonna load? Come on.
I'm telling you, if they don't play "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies, ooh.
I mean, I don't really know.
Missed opportunity.
I'm just covering it over your face. I'm sorry. Here's the comic book still, where it's a version of him and he's talking to Kanju, but they're wearing like the iconic white suit there. Super sick, dude.
The Mr. Knight persona.
Mr.
That in
Knight?
itself is like is another persona. Yeah.
So,
it's Moon Knight, but it's like it's even crazier Moon Knight. Because he thinks he's like
crazy. Oh, here it is. Oh wait, I can't. Let me make it smaller.
Dude, that specific comic run too I highly recommend it. I want to say it's by Greg Smallwood and Jeff Lemire.
Look at this shit, dude. That's so crazy.
So good.
Look at this still over here on the left. That's literally from the trailer. He was literally doing that in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Like that's nuts.
It's
and then
so
there's him in his suit. We're gonna see that
Mr.
in
Knight.
live action. That's Kanju and his dope ass head.
You're gonna see that in live action.
Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking bonkers, dude. It's gonna be so cool. You must be like wetting your pants every time a news come out.
Every time something comes out, I'm just like super hyped. Dude, it's so annoying because there's like the gatekeepers still, like the Moon Knight gatekeepers.
What does that mean?
When the image, the people that are like, I don't like that Mr. Knight's gonna be a thing already. Like he didn't get that until way later in the comics. I'm like, that's not important. Like that it literally because it was thought of later, but like it has nothing to do with his story. And then when he gets it, like people were comparing it to like when Spider-Man gets the black symbiote suit.
Yeah,
like that's completely different. Like there is a specific reason like in time where he gets it, where he's already been like a seasoned like kind of Spider-Man for a little bit. But Mr. Knight could have been the whole point of it when it was introduced was that it was something that he's been doing. Like it just when a character gets canceled every so often, it's hard to have that continuity be the same.
Yeah,
but like Twitter. Mr. Knight can be introduced whenever, it doesn't matter. It's just another alternate persona ego that he has.
Bro, and then with the reports that Kevin Feige saying that they're not gonna hold back on the brutalness, dude. It's
that makes me that reassured me. I'm like, good. I want to see Moon Knight
gonna pop
do some
off,
messed
bro.
up stuff.
This show might pop off. Like I think it's gonna be like a surprising like just oh shit. I think this show's gonna change the game.
Beyond thrilled. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the first. I think WandaVision was the most like tried to break the mold of the MCU, but then ended back into it. But I feel like this one is gonna be so different. I feel like it's gonna be like Eternals, but it's gonna be better.
Okay.
Because Eternals is very different from the MCU, but I feel like it struggled with like just with how many characters it was trying to juggle and like introduce us to. and this one only has to focus on Moon
On
Knight.
one, yeah.
And
Well, I
it's
mean,
doing like a different, it's
technically-
doing like a whole different genre.
technically,
almost.
what, like 4 with his personalities?
Technically, yeah. But it's a lot easier to follow when it's like
It's
one
just
person,
one main
you know?
character, yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully that means they'll do the Punisher. I can see them doing Punisher eventually. I mean, well, rumor
Well,
has it that Disney is
they're
gonna be
removing it from
pulling-
Netflix, so.
Yeah. So hey, watch if watch your Daredevil and everything now before March 1st, because they're gonna be pulling it from
Wow.
Netflix, dude. That's nuts. Where are they going? Where would it go? Hulu? I think Hulu. I think it'll end up on
Probably.
Hulu.
You know, it kind of makes me regret not getting those on Blu-ray. Like when they were like readily available, like at Target.
You can probably find it online.
I could check Amazon.
You
I
can
haven't
probably
checked,
get
but, like,
you can probably get a Blu-ray.
and the worst part
cheap.
is now that it's announced, it's probably even harder to find out. 'cause people
Yeah,
are
it's like
probably
an
buying it up.
NFT, bro. It's about to go up and it's about they're about to put them on the blockchain. It's about to go to the fucking moon. These Daredevil episodes.
Crazy.
Okay, so let's move on to like the next big fucking trailer that they dropped. This one honestly is the big one, the last topic of the day. Doctor Strange, the multiverse of fucking madness, dude, and that is accurate. Madness, bro. That looked insane.
Complete madness.
We were over here thinking that Spider-Man No Way Home was the most craziest thing that Marvel had ever done. Nah, bro. Like, this is gonna be nuts. And I obviously you've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer in the chat, go watch it right now. It's fucking insane. But I'm about to unveil one of the biggest reveals in the trailer right now in like 3 seconds. So you know, if you haven't seen it, I'll hop on out in 3, 2, 1. Professor X and the Illuminati are basically fucking confirmed in the trailer, bro. In the trailer, if that's confirmed in the trailer, think about the fucking movie.
What
bro.
else is coming? Yeah.
It's gonna be insane.
Dude. That's it. Hugh Jackman's coming back for something. I don't know what, but
Secret
he's coming
Wars.
back.
It's gonna be Secret Wars.
Deadpool.
It's gonna be
Like, he's coming back though, for sure.
It's gonna be Secret Wars for sure. He's coming back for Secret Wars.
If Sir Patrick Stewart gave up the idea that Logan was his last time as Professor X, Hugh Jackman's not gonna allow that. He's gonna finish off doing something else.
I think it's gonna be Secret Wars though. I think Secret Wars is gonna be like that big ass cameo.
Is Secret Wars gonna be the next Endgame?
Yes,
where we're all just crying in the
100%
theater?
it is, dude. 1,000%, dude. That's Josh's big theory right now. That's what Josh thinks.
Dude, I'm already picturing right now all of them lining up. Chris Evans back as Captain America. Alternate universe where Iron Man is still alive. RDJ comes back. You're gonna have all of our icons standing in a row. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah, holding hands, singing
I'm gonna
"Kumbaya,"
sob,
bro.
I'm gonna sob. I'm gonna sob.
It's gonna be fucking nuts.
My
man.
childhood on screen. Dude, all the Spider-Man, Toby, Andrew, and Tom.
All of them. All of them. Miles Morales will be there too. In animation. You'll be there in
Animated
animation.
Miles Morales.
In real life, bro. Okay, look. Literally in the trailer, it's 126. If you go, it's the scene where him and America Chavez are going through the different dimensions. You see like a T-Rex in the background. He goes through a portal one time. If you freeze frame it right before it goes to the next frame, the portal he's going into looks like an animated dimension. People are saying there's 3 possibilities. He's either oh, you there? You there?
Oh.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Cool,
You're
cool.
back.
You're like there's 3 possibilities, right? Possibility 1, Doctor Strange is just going into the a comic book dimension. Oh, yeah, okay, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Or he's going into the what if dimension. Number 2, what if dimension. Number 3, he's going into the Spider-Verse dimension. Or this one's the fucking craziest. I saw it on Twitter before the show. People think, what if Professor X in that we see in the Illuminati isn't the Professor X from the Fox universe? What if it's Patrick Stewart portraying Professor X from X-Men 94 or whatever, or 90 whatever, and he's live and canonizing that show, and also, you know, it's going to canonize the X-Men 90 whatever that's going to be coming out on Disney Plus coming up, canonizing that show, so the animated universe that they're going into is going to be that X-Men's animated universe.
That
It's just a theory. Just a theory. Just a theory.
dude,
But it's a crazy one. It's a cool
nuts.
one.
They're nuts.
It would be fucking nuts, bro. It would be crazy. Imagine the first time we see Wolverine in the MCU is X-Men animated style Wolverine. And he's hanging out with our Doctor Strange. That would be the crazy. It would break the internet. It would break everyone. Everyone would freak out.
I wonder if they would get Hugh Jackman into the original costume though.
For Multiverse of Madness? No, I don't think so.
I feel like people want to see it so bad.
Oh, 100%. If Kevin Feige's gonna bring Wolverine into it, he's gonna be in his fucking spandex, bro. He's gonna be in his yellow spandex.
I feel like they had their opportunity in Logan when they were going through the comics. He could have easily just come out in like the old suit just for the his X-23, but he didn't do it.
You think they're gonna have one of those WandaVision moments where he's wearing a costume version of his yellow suit, or like a Halloween costume of his yellow suit?
That'd be funny, but not in. I feel like it'd be his most iconic look, which would just be the jeans and the tank top.
I mean, there's a lot going on in this movie. You know, they're cubing up Illuminati, Professor X. The Illuminati in the comics I actually have a graphic right here. I'll put it over your face again. Sorry, I keep blocking your face for the form of graphics. But the Illuminati basically in the comics, it's the cast goes around multiple times, kind of like the Avengers, but you know it ranges. So like in this one specifically, you know, it's someone called Black Bolt, Reed Richards, Iron Man, Beast, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, the Hulk. Sometimes it'll be like Professor X and stuff like that. You know, well, in this case specifically in the movie he is going to be in that one. But what is the MCU's Illuminati, right? Obviously Black Panther, rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. Would they introduce a variant Black Panther? If they did, you know, different actor. There's been a whole movement, a hashtag recast T'Challa. Would this be their way of doing the whole recast T'Challa, doing a different universe variant Illuminati Black Panther? In the trailer, there has been two characters that people think is Captain Marvel, or one character that people think is Captain Marvel. And there's two screenshots that have been going around that have people thinking two different things. That it can either be Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, or Maria Rambeau. So basically her or her mom being Captain Marvel. So basically a different version, a different multiverse version of Captain Marvel where she's the version of Captain Marvel. Or it's Tom Cruise Superior Iron Man, which has been a fucking rumor that's been around for years, dude. Well, obviously Tom Cruise is Iron Man. If you guys didn't know, before Robert Downey Jr. got the role as Iron Man, you know, Tom Cruise is supposed to be cruising in the suit. You know what I mean? But he turned it down, and RDJ ended up getting it. So for years, there's been a rumor that he was gonna be a multiverse version of Iron Man. This has literally been like a while, bro. Like I feel like it's been like this has been going on for a long time. Rumor was that it was gonna come out in Loki. Rumor was it was gonna come out in fucking this. Rumor was this. Rumor was that. Nothing ever happened. But what if, you know? And I ain't talking the show.
I feel like if there's that much rumor about it, there's some truth to it.
Mhm.
I feel like the trailer kind of confirmed it when we saw the Ultron stuff.
Yeah,
And I don't think RDJ's back to play an
Definitely
alternate
not.
version of himself. I definitely think it's Tom Cruise. I mean, man, it's gonna be weird seeing someone else play Iron Man though.
unless he's so differently polarizing of the character that we won't mind. You know what I mean?
What if he's like his role from Tropic Thunder?
Which role?
He's like the manager, like the
Oh, he is the manager in Tropic Thunder. I forgot he's the manager in Tropic Thunder.
What if he's like that? Like he's just like over the top Iron Man. I don't know.
That, I mean, I think he's gonna be a douchebag. I think he's gonna be a douchebag, but a douchebag that we need to say like for the multiverse, you know? Or like a douchebag the multiverse needs.
I think he's gonna be a douchebag, but he's not gonna be the lovable douchebag that I think
Yeah.
RDJ
No,
was.
he's just
I
gonna
think
be
he's just gonna be pure douchebag.
Yeah, like just like a straight up douche. Like no one's gonna like him. But look, here's the thing. We shouldn't get attached. Because remember the leaked concept art of Wanda killing the Illuminati? Remember that?
Dude. Mm-hmm.
I think Wanda is gonna fuck them all up, bro. And there's a scene where that guy, or you know, if it's either if it's either Multiverse Captain Marvel or Superior Iron Man, is a scene where they're fighting Wanda. So what if Wanda's just gonna go fucking nuts on the Illuminati and kill them all, bro? Like straight up kill Professor X, straight up kill Superior Iron Man. So like, you know, that's why like we will like it won't matter if like if he's a douche because he's gonna die. You know, like who cares? Master Mordo, you know, like that version of Mordo that we saw in the trailer. I don't think that's our Mordo from the MCU. There's a toy where he's called Master Mordo, and you know, not a Baron Mordo. So I think he's a version of Mordo that's in the Illuminati. So I think he'll be there too. He'll probably get fucking killed and whacked. Basically anybody in the Illuminati are gonna get killed by Wanda, because Wanda, I think she's gonna be one of the main villains of the movie. Yeah,
Man. You know, I wonder how they're gonna maneuver around it, because like if Wanda kills like a bunch of like, I'm not gonna lie, like if she kills Sir Patrick Stewart's Professor X, that's not gonna be favorable.
Get over it, Gabe. He's old. Get over it. Get over
you know
it.
What?
He died in
Boy,
Logan. He had a great send off in Logan. He already had his character moment. Let him
Nah.
Get over it, Gabe. Let him die.
Wanda will be official enemy number one, public enemy number one.
Let him die, Gabe. let him die a painful death. Get over it.
Just leave it. Imagine if it's like brutal too, like his skin just rips off.
Oh, that would be great. I think I would cry, bro. I'd probably tear up.
Dude, I'd be a child leaving like Endgame, seeing all the Avengers. Like,
bro. Yeah, dude, you wouldn't know how to react, bro. You would just be like, "Oh shit, fuck yeah, Professor X," and then just like it'd be the scene from Terminator where Sarah Connor just gets shredded, bro. And then you would just be like, you know, like you wouldn't know how to react. You would just be like, "Oh." It would be like Invincible, bro. It would literally be like Invincible. Invincible episode 1, but with Wanda.
Dude, I literally think that's gonna happen. Like, I actually think Wanda's just gonna become invincible. Like,
I think
she's gonna become Omni-Man in this.
She's gonna kill everyone, dude.
She's gonna kill everyone that we love.
Honestly,
Dude,
though.
Oh no! Imagine if the Fantastic Four are in it. Like the Fox verse.
Oh, John Krasinski.
Imagine dude. What if she kills Chris Evans, Human Torch? Just obliterates him, just...
Okay, Professor X, we can get over it. But John Krasinski's Fantastic Four. No, Wanda, you ain't killing him. You ain't. That's where we put our foot down. Oh my god. I think because remember, he's playing a variant version for a reason. He's probably just a one and done. He's probably just like on a one and done role. That's the reason why he didn't want to be. Him and Emily Blunt don't like MCU films. They don't like the whole contract ideal. So they're probably like, all right, cool. We'll do our one and done. We'll do the fan service. We'll break the internet. We'll take our $1 million that you're gonna pay us or whatever.
Dude, if she kills John Krasinski
and Emily
Mr.
Blunt,
Fantastic,
kills
and Emily Blunt, Mrs. Fantastic.
Oh my god,
bro. Wanda's public enemy number one.
Yeah, she would.
No one's gonna like her ever again.
Everybody would be throwing hands with Wanda, bro. She killed Professor X. She killed the Fantastic Four. Dude, literally, the characters everybody's been wanting to see. Wanda just like kills them, bro. That would be fucking nuts. But honestly, but that's the thing though. That's the beauty about it being a whole multiverse, is that now we know they just exist in our universe. Like, it was just brought to our attention that there's a different version of them. So now they can introduce it into ours that Wanda didn't kill. You know what I mean?
I'm just imagining this movie, like, Wanda just goes, like, just ape shit on all these people, just annihilates them all, and just seeing Doctor Strange's face, like, what are you doing?
She'd be like, I just want my kids. It's like, what do you mean, bro? Did you watch the TV spot? Oh, I don't think you did. Here, let me see it.
I saw the trailer. I saw the second trailer, but I know there was a TV spot.
Look. Go. Are you watching the stream?
You know about the multiverse.
All right, look. You probably can't, or maybe you can hear it, but look, this is the TV spot right here. I'm putting it over your screen. It's gonna be tiny. This is the TV spot that actually came out on the Super Bowl. It has some bonus scenes that the trailer didn't.
What do you know about the multiverse?
So look, are you watching it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm trying to see who's in the background.
Bro.
We should tell him the truth.
We should tell him the truth. Ah!
Careful, Stephen.
Look at this shot right here.
That's a heavy toll.
Oh! Did you see that?
Wait.
You see this guy?
Who is that?
That's Doctor Strange. He's a zombie. He's dead. It's Zombie Strange, bro. Look at him. And then it's the next shot where he's looking all decrepit and with the multiple arms. But that's his close-up. Look at him, bro. He's dead. He's dead as hell. And then, like, so theory is that they're projecting themselves through their bodies, through the multiverse, into different bodies. And Strange projected himself into a dead body or a zombie body. So I don't know if it's the Marvel zombies or if it's just a dead Strange that he projected himself into.
That's.
But this was on a TV spot, not in the actual trailer. It's terrifying, bro. And then this right here too. This is like a crazy, creepy zombie Wanda. This was not in the trailer. This is definitely like brand new.
Bro, what is this? This is rated PG-13.
This is gonna be terrifying, bro. This movie is genuinely gonna be terrifying. Oh look, here he is. This is so people don't know if this is Monica Rambeau's or Superior Iron Man, because like people were saying right here.
That's not Superior Iron Man. That's a Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
That's 100% a Captain Marvel, but I don't know who that is. That's not Brie Larson Captain Marvel for sure.
Yeah, no, that's why people were saying it's either Monica Rambeau or Maria Rambeau.
It's either Monica or Maria.
And then here's it looks like the Ultron bot with America Chavez in the background.
Who is that?
This
Who's
is
the red-haired girl?
that is Doctor Strange's love interest, I think.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah, she's back, but there might be a multiverse version. Where so people think she might be playing Clea as well. So like there's like maybe like that's like a deep fake or whatever, or like it's like oh here's Defender Strange, different version, alternate version of Doctor Strange. But she's like talking to America Chavez, like that's who the over the shoulder is right there. Like this movie's gonna be fucking nuts, bro. Like we got a fucking crazy ass scene of Goliath or whatever crazy like his name is. And then, the Master Mordo right here. It's going to be a fucking... Oh, so look. People are pointing out in the background. The wall here in Wanda. It's kind of like a glass shatter dimension. Kind of like how the... Umwatu, or the guy from What If, when he was looking in between dimensions. It was kind of like this. It was like, the background of like... all like mirrors and glass and prisms. So, and it looks like there's something going on here, like with the sorcerers. They're all getting ready for a crazy fight. Oh yeah, this TV spot was fucking nuts, bro.
That looks like that's where what's his face went.
Shang-Chi?
No. Can't think of his Wong.
Oh, during No Way Home.
And No Way Home, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, dude. And maybe this is like when a version of like...
Is this Doctor Strange trying to take back his title?
No. I don't think so.
Bro, the guy in the sky is definitely Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but I think he's...
And they're all getting ready to like defend against him.
I think he's in front of them, like preparing for whoever's rolling up. Because if you watch the actual, like, let me see if I can pull up the actual trailer. All right, you're too loud, homie. What's going on? In the actual trailer here, in the same scene, look, yeah, this is the same scene right here, with the fucking Minotaur, by the way. This is the scene where the smoke's rolling up. So I think Doctor Strange, the one in the middle, is either our Doctor Strange. That's like, yeah, like see, he's like standing there waiting. I think something's either rolling up in the smoke that he's getting ready to fight, or another version of him is rolling up, or something. Something's rolling up in that smoke. This is the actual trailer. Let's see, anything exciting? Oh yeah, this crazy whatever the fuck, like TV, like this kind of looks like the TVA, like when the TVA had like their weird ass like building, but it had like this weird like shield guy. Yeah, this is gonna be a fucking crazy movie. Oh look, wait, can you see it? Oh, you see it? I paused it right on time. You see it right here? Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, squint your eyes, but that's the comic dimension. Look at the design of the cone. Look at the windows over here.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, look at that. Doctor Strange is going to the comic dimension.
This trailer is nuts.
Look at this shit, bro. That is straight up the comic book dimension. It's either that or it's some sort of animation dimension, dude. Like, it's nuts, bro. Like, what else do we got? Like, we got the other version of Strange. Like, he's just rolling up now out of nowhere for some reason. We got Wanda fighting motherfuckers. We got the big tentacle monster. It's just nuts out here. Wanda talking to herself. It's insane, dude. This movie's gonna be fucking blockbuster. We have this crazy version of Wanda that's just looking into her like all bloody and shit. Like, what is going on? Like, oh man, I can't even, bro. I can't even.
This movie is gonna be bonkers. Like,
yeah.
Spider-Man was hype.
Yeah, Spider-Man was all hype. This one is just.
But this one's gonna be insane.
Yeah. This one's breaking the
Marvel's
multiverse.
really gonna do it back to back, huh?
Uh-huh.
They're really gonna make two wild movies back to back. What's crazy is that I already feel like this movie's gonna make Spider-Man look juvenile.
Oh, 100%, bro. Dude, that's what I said. Think about Spider-Man. They wouldn't show Toby or Andrew in the trailer at all. You want to know why? Because that was the biggest reveal they had. And, like, it was expected, right? We knew it was going to happen, but it was something we wanted to happen. But here's the thing with Multiverse of Madness. The biggest reveal we thought we knew we had was Professor X. And they put that in the fucking trailer. That means this movie must be gangbusters on dropping shit. And it's just going to blow our minds, bro. Like, there's going to be stuff that we're not going to be expecting. We're going to be I think it's going to be one of those movies where you have to watch it like 3 times, frame by frame in the background, to catch every Easter egg.
That is insane to me that they actually just dropped the Professor X, like,
Yeah.
in the trailer. Like, that's nuts. Dude, because I honestly did think they would drop the Spider-Man in the trailers. I thought, like, for sure they would do it.
Yeah, bro, no.
Because everyone, like, everyone knew it was coming. Like, it wasn't, like... I think the possibility of them not being in it was so low that, like, it was kind of just like, yeah, just put them in the trailer. Just the final shot, you know, make it the meme. You make it something, anything. And they didn't do it, and it was like, oh, interesting. But this, I think the possibilities are just so endless. Like, it's hard to, like, fully speculate what's going, like, just from what we've seen, like, the trailer and stuff, like, have an idea of what's gonna happen, but, like, dude, I have no clue. I really don't know.
It's
like,
gonna be fucking bonkers. It's really gonna be fucking bonkers. When's the drop date? Do we know? We have a drop date, right? It's this year.
For what? This
Doctor
movie?
Strange? Yeah.
May 6th.
May
Think about
6th? Oh my god.
It's coming up soon.
It's Bro. This is coming out. May's gonna be gangbusters, bro. Because we're gonna get Doctor Strange and Kenobi. Both in May.
What's coming? Okay, so March is Batman and Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I thought there was a third thing coming out in March too. But I guess not.
Oh, March 3rd, the brand new Joe versus Carol. Joe Exotic versus Carol Baskin on Peacock.
I gotta watch that. That's gonna be fire.
Dude, I was watching the Super Bowl and I saw the whole trailer for that. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this looks awful, bro.
Oh, man. Okay, so it's Batman and Moon Knight.
Batman Moon Knight.
In March. Mm-hmm. April, nothing, right?
Nothing.
There's nothing really in April?
Yeah, because I think Moon Knight will go into April.
And then May, Doctor Strange. I kind of gotta see Doctor Strange on opening night.
Oh,
like,
100%.
I wanted to do that for Spider-Man, and I couldn't. But like,
if
I'm ready. Like
100%, bro. That's gonna be one of the movies I'm fucking watching. Like, like literally with Spider-Man, it was like I bought one ticket, like in between seats if I had to. I'm gonna do the same thing for Doctor Strange if I had to, bro. Like I will go. I'll matinee him over. You know, like it's I gotta watch the movie, dude. It's so insane.
yeah, I know. That's oh man, dude. Marvel's killing it. Like
Marvel really flung it out today. You know, Marvel really unzipped and presented. Like it was nuts out here, dude. Star Wars.
You saw the DC trailer, right?
Oh yeah, it was cool. We got like
DC in 2022. I won't lie, like
it looks good.
The Black Adam and the what's
The JSA?
Pierce Brosnan's character?
Dr. Fate.
Yeah, looks super interesting to me.
Dude, yeah, Hawkman looks really good too. Cyclone and Atom Smasher, which were the two like younger kids, they're gonna be playing in the JSA. So like it's gonna be interesting seeing them. Adam Smasher is like Noah Centeno or something like that. He's like a guy who used to be like a TikTok star or some shit, but now he's like a famous actor. So good for him. Or he was like on something and then he got like casted in Netflix movies and now he's like doing movies with The Rock. And then so that's gonna be interesting for sure. The Flash looks good. You know, I love me the Flash. So the Flash suit looks great. The Batman. I mean, it's coming up, man. Who knows? It looks like it's gonna be good. There's a lot of people.
Pattinson.
A lot of people are having mixed reviews on it from what I hear. Like just like not like from people who've seen it, just from like the general oh, is this gonna be good? Is this gonna be just boring? You know, like because some people are
That's
worried
crazy.
of like the whole artsy style. You know, like make it boring. But I don't think so. But
Honestly, like even like before like the Snyder Cut, like all the stuff that was like that they were showing and stuff, I wasn't really ever truly hyped for any of it. Like I was the Batman with Robert Pattinson has been like the first DC product that I've been legitimately like hyped for. Well, besides Joker.
yeah, like Joker was the one for me.
Joker when that came out, when they announced it, I was like, dude, why? Like we don't need a Joker origin story. And then when the trailer came out, I'm like, I'm in. Let me see it.
Bro, the fucking moment we heard of Joker origin, I was like, I'm in, baby, let's go. Woo. Man.
But, yeah, Batman, I'm honestly really looking forward to Batman. So I'm like,
Yeah, same. 100%.
and I'm pretty sure I'll have that night off, so I'll just go watch it.
Very cool. Man.
But
Well, I think
Star Wars.
Star Wars definitely was kind of disappointing on today. People were really hoping for that Kenobi trailer or something.
They really should have. I don't know why they didn't.
I mean, it's coming out soon, man. You know, like why if they're gonna drop if they're gonna drop
Are
a
they really
trailer,
gonna wait until May 4th?
yeah, exactly.
like,
If
to
it's
drop
coming
a
out
trailer,
in May 25th, like that's ridiculous. Like they need to drop a trailer now.
They should have at least done a teaser at the bare minimum today, and then if they want to wait until the full
Yeah.
trailer for May 4th, that's fine. But give us something, or Andor. Give us something for Andor.
Literally, like anything for Andor, so we know what it's about, maybe. Like, yeah, the Star Wars really disappointed a lot of people today, but Marvel definitely made up for it. Marvel fucking dropped some of the craziest.
When is Bad Batch season 2?
There's not a confirmed date, but rumor is it might be early May. Like it's gonna be leading. It's gonna like overlap and lead into Kenobi. Yeah. But very cool, man.
For sure.
Very cool. So I think that's a solid place to wrap up the show for today, dude. We got some crazy ass things. You know, Book of Boba overall was a show. You know, some fun things, some really cool things, but some interesting things. You know, everybody feels their ways about them. But hey, let us know how you guys feel down in the comments, right? Of course, anytime. You know, who knows? Maybe the future of the Star Wars franchise will be Grogu or it'll be Rey. You know, hats out to Rey.
Oh no.
You know, shout out to Marvel.
That's a red flag.
Shout out to Marvel
Shout out
for
to
fucking
Marvel.
killing it in the game, bro. Moon Knight out there, Gabe, repping the Moon Knight.
Oof.
We got freaking Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness breaking the internet today, dude. There's gonna be so many fucking breakdown videos. I might even be working on one really soon. Not for this channel, but you know, it's gonna be nuts, guys. So make sure you guys stick around. You know, we'll come around. You know, next time the science lab is open, you know, we'll come out. We'll turn on the cameras.
Absolutely.
And then we'll talk about it. For sure, whenever Moon Knight starts dropping, we're going to be fucking talking about that, Gabe. I need to get your decision with that.
I'm like super hyped for that.
We also need to try to get an ice party going with Aaron and Kev whenever the fuck they want to do that.
We really do.
Because we have so much to talk about over the span of all the time.
All these months that we haven't talked, you know.
But until then, where can they find you, Sir Gabe?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at FosterSore. I'm on here on Twitch as well. I have streamed occasionally here and there, but you know,
I saw.
you'll catch me when you catch me on here.
I know. I know we mentioned last stream, but I was like, I saw your No Talk No Show, and I was like, boom, bring it back, baby.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
anytime I can.
You guys should have done it. You guys should have done it for the Oscars.
Oh boy, the Oscars. I feel like that's more of an ice party thing because like my
That
friends
is.
don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
They definitely keep more in contact with the video game stuff. So whenever there's video game stuff, for sure we'll do an All Talk No show. So
All right. Hey, and for me, just Fernie, I'm out there just making my freaking content. I've done a couple videos for the Den of Nerds. You can watch those, I guess. Support homeboy Josh because he's supporting me, I guess. So we don't watch. Yeah, I mean, watch my stuff. Just Fernie. And that's basically it. I got this fidget cube. Been fidgeting with it. It's cool. I remember when these dropped before the fidget spinners, and everyone forgot these existed because the fidget spinners took over. Saw this at Walmart the other day, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just get it. It's way better than the fidget spinner, if I'm being honest. I've been fidgeting with it way more than the fidget spinner. I don't know why I'm advertising a fidget cube at the end of the stream, but alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys on the next stream, and peace out. Bye.